This is the German flag, and I have a question. Are Germans Mountain Dutch, or are the Dutch Swamp Germans? Let me know in the comments below. But actually, that's not what I wanted to ask. What I wanted to ask was, why did the German flag change from the one on the left to the one on the right? Because if you look at old photos of Germany, like this one from the First World War, you can see clearly that it's a black, white and red tricolour. But today it's clearly black, red and yellow in a tricolour, or gold. So why did this change occur? Well, in this video, let's find out. For a lot of its history, the German states were in fact small princedoms and states inside the Holy Roman Empire, until around 1806 when the French came and did what they always do and ruined everything for everyone. One of the Prussian units to fight against Napoleon was the Tricolour, and these men came from all over Germany, and their uniforms featured black, gold and red. So this is the first real occasion where we start to see that lots of people around Germany, because so many men from all over the country, or the states at that time, it wasn't yet a unified country, were serving in this corps, that these colours, the black, red and gold, were seen throughout Germany by a lot of people. And in 1816, at the end of the Congress of Vienna, it was decided that all the remaining German states would be added into a confederation of states, into the North German Confederation in the north. And so this flag came about in 1815 at Jena, which is in the south of Germany, and it was created by the members of the Tricolour, who came together and founded a fraternity. Now, because so many of these men came from so many different areas in what would become Germany, there was a real sense of a national unionist movement starting to emerge among these fraternity members. They and others like them started to agitate for a unified German state. And as we can see from this image of the Hambach Festival in 1832, we can see that they're using another tricolour with the gold, red and black, which is starting to look more like the modern German flag at this festival. While this image from 1848, where social movements throughout Europe rose up in great rebellions in different countries, we can see that this is one of the first times that we see the black, red and gold being used as a symbol for a unified German state, which at this time did not yet exist. And this was used by the Frankfurt Parliament and was put forward as what they hoped would be a national flag for all German peoples. But of course this fell apart and it returned to the status quo of the two largest states of Prussia in the north and Austria in the south, although this really came to a head in 1866 with the Austro-Prussian War. Now, many of the southern German states supported the Austrians, and they actually used the gold, red and gold, the black, red and gold to identify themselves and ally with the Austrians. But of course, it was the Prussians who took the victory in the Austro-Prussian War. So we should now shift focus and look at the origin of the other German flag, and look at Prussia. So in Prussia, of course, we have this flag with the imperial eagle on it, with the black, white and black being the formation of the tricolour there. However, we also have the unification of Prussia with several northern German states, and a very powerful force in northern Germany for a long time was the Hanseatic League, the Hanse. And so they used the colour of the Hanse, which was white and red, which you can see in flags like that of Lübeck and Bremen, for example, and they combined these two to create the flag of the German Empire, which of course is the black, white and red tricolour. This remained in use until 1918, when the Germans were defeated in the First World War and had to sign the Treaty of Versailles, which greatly destroyed the German Empire and its size, and would lead to the creation of the Weimar Republic. And in 1919, to great controversy, they decided to change the official flag from the red, white, black to the black, red and gold that had previously been used by the Frankfurt government, as the Weimar Constitution borrowed heavily from the Frankfurt Constitution, which had been back in 1848. Many in Germany opposed the change and continued to use the black, white and red, which they saw as the true flag of Germany, especially those on the right, like the political parties of the DNVP and later also sometimes by the NSDAP. I know it's been a long time since I talked about Weimar political parties. Now in 1933, of course, this is the date that Hitler became the Chancellor, and so changes were made rapidly to the national flag, which many on the right, as I've already said, did not see as being a true flag of Germany, but rather one that was imposed by the puppet government that came after the fall of the German Empire. And so he reinstated of course, the Nazi Party's flag with the swastika, but also the imperial flag, which was in place until 1935, when only the Nazi Party flag was able to be used in Germany as a national flag. Of course, 1945 is the end of the Second World War, and with it came new flag changes. Germany was partitioned between those on the west in favour of the more capitalism and with the Americans and the Allies, whereas the areas in the east that had been taken by the Soviets were aligned to the USSR and to communism. And so we see two different flags appearing, again using the black, red and gold, but with different emblems, one reflecting the Bundesrepublik and the other reflecting its ties to socialism. Of course, 1989 is the fall of the Berlin Wall and the reunification of Germany, when of course they would opt for just the plain old black, red and gold, it's almost like I planned that, of the old German flag. And that's kind of the story of the German flag and why they use the different ones. So I hope this has been an interesting video. It's something that not too many people know, the entire story of the German flag and the inspiration behind them both, but it is an interesting story nonetheless. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope it's been interesting. Let me know what other kind of flaggy topics you'd like me to cover, because a lot of people seem interested in the flag videos that I've been posting. So I feel like I'll just keep posting them until people stop watching them, which is, yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I've got a couple more things planned for the nearish future, which should be good. I do appreciate everyone watching and giving me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and sharing it with any of your friends if you think that they would enjoy it too. So thank you very much for watching. I have been Hilbert, and this has been The History.